Isn't slutty a horrible word? I think it definitely is, and in this video we are not about to slut shame or criticize or judge anybody for any decisions that they want to make. However, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and pretend that I'm not a teeny weeny bit tired of seeing under boob, vagina walls, and I'm not talking about inside walls, I'm talking about, like, you know, the unitard, and they've just got the flaps and everything just on both sides, and I just think to myself, in which lifestyle does everything stay in place and it doesn't end up going to the side slash to the middle and it just being very uncomfortable? I'm tired of seeing so many girls butt crack. Like, to me, I'm just like, this is not the only way. Not that I have a problem with it. I think it's beautiful. I think some girls have got amazing bodies. I wish I could show under boob, and yeah, it's just not necessary for me. But you know what? These are not the only ways to be sexy. So if you are one of those ladies or one of those women who you wanna, you know, be like, oh, you know, I'm sexy as well. You wanna show that you're sexy as well. But you're like, but you know what? My undercarriage isn't set up in that way. Or you know what? Thong bikinis are cancelled in my life. Then hopefully this video is for you. So number one, it's gotta be all about the self-confidence. There is nothing sexier than a confident woman, a confident man, just someone who carries themselves with a surety in themselves, in who they are and what they stand for and how they want to be. And like, you know, when someone walks into the room, you can kind of sense that aura of just self-confidence, and people are drawn to those kind of people. So if you're not confident, potentially it's something that you need to work on. And confidence is one of those things that you either kind of have to fake it, or you build it over time. And you get confidence by the more and more you do things that you're not comfortable with, but then you're successful at them and you keep doing that. That is confidence. And I find that, you know what, you don't have to be the center of attention. You might be the wallflower. You could be quietly confident. It doesn't matter. But having that sense of self-assurity like beams from you and is very attractive. Do you know what's sexy? Personal hygiene. That is very sexy, because there is nothing like seeing someone from across the room, and as they walk closer towards you, you start to smell them, and they open their mouth, and then you're shocked, and you're like, It's not sexy anymore. Personal hygiene is like probably more like number one. Make sure you're fresh, make sure you're clean, teeth are brushed, breath is good, clothes are clean, like just stay fresh and like on your mark. And I will say the thing about personal hygiene is that one of the signs of someone not feeling so good about themselves is that they kind of let themselves go. Like they might have a shower like once a week. I don't know who has a shower once a week. That would be a lot. Like, but maybe they don't have a shower as regularly as they would normally do, or they just stink. And being stinky is not. So stay as fresh as you can. If you do like perfumes, that's fine, spray it up, put a bit of Tom Ford, you know, Black Orchid. If you like to keep it natural, then at least make sure you have deodorant on. So the next thing when it comes to being sexy is your body language. And what you do with your body says a lot about you and actually can affect your sex appeal. If you are walking with your shoulders down, you've got feet that are heavy, and it's like you've got feet that are made out of cement, or you've got sandbags on you, and you just kind of, you know, you're just like an ogre, it's not sexy. Like, be serious about yourself. And when I see guys walking around like ogres or girls, I'm like, babes, like straighten your back up, come on, shoulders back, put a little roll in there, do a little bit of a side head dip, just a little bit of something. And the best thing to do is actually to think about your body language. A lot of us don't even think about what we're looking like what are you sitting like right now? You like, and think about how you stand, how you move, where you put your hands, how you feel, how you look. Kind of like posing. It's like we're permanently posing, but thinking about it like, see, I'm feeling sexy, it feels great. You can be casual but still sexy, you know? See, I got it. Oh, we're gonna go into a sensitive area. However, in my opinion, it isn't that sexy to have everything on show. Sometimes, some people are just doing the most. I am seeing everything. I can see internal organs. I was just like, really? Really? And I understand that, like, being nude is great. Embrace your body. I walk around my house naked all the time, right? And I mean, I think it's a wonderful thing, but it's not every day and it's not everything. Sometimes leave a little bit to the imagination, because that is sexy. And I tell you, if you saw someone walking down the street virtually naked, rather than you thinking, oh, that person's sexy, you're gonna think, maybe this person isn't entirely, you know, all there. That's just my 2 pence on that. Now, another way to be very sexy is to use those eyes. Eyes, they say, are the window to the soul. And honestly, if you've ever had that moment where you get that eye contact from like the other side of the room, you get that look and you're like, oh my God, like it fills you with like flutters, it feels really nice. Those are the moments that are very, very sexy, because I say a lot without having to do very much, you know? So if you can practice your eye, your sultry look, your sexy look in the mirror, take some time, get some practice in it. That's gonna make a lot of difference to your sex appeal. And I think the more you get used to kind of holding a gaze, the better you are going to be at it. Now, the important thing is to get the balance right, because you can look scary. You can look scary if you are far too beady. So if you're like this, it's not sexy. However, if you're more like, you know, and you do the soft look away, it's all good. So you've got to get the balance right. Get in a mirror, get some practice, and also add a cheeky little smile to it as well. Okay, so another way to be sexy is not to be afraid of showing a little bit of skin, okay? Some girls have got amazing legs, and I'm sure you have like one of those friends, you're like, your boobs are amazing or your bum's amazing, and they're like, no, I don't want to show it. Like, girls, sometimes they let it out. You don't need to hide your goodness from the world. Sometimes it's okay to show some of those assets that you're proud of, that look good. But once in a while, it's okay to just show a little bit of skin. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Sticking on the top of showing skin, this is an outfit option, and this is like one of my favorites, and I always feel like I say this, but I love a Bardot top. Like for me, shoulders are sexy. The clavicle is like the cleavage. To me, I love it. And I feel like the best thing about like Bardot is that no matter shape, size, whatever, I feel like it's really flattering on everyone if you get the right Bardot top, and it shows enough without showing everything, which is why it's literally my favorite top. So my tip to be sexy is to get your Bardot on. Another way to be sexy is to brush up on your knowledge. Be it your knowledge of beauty, be it your knowledge of aerospace engineering. There is nothing more sexier than a woman or a guy who is engaged about something. Having interest makes you interesting. To be sexy doesn't mean that you have to be an airhead. And I think it's so important, and the one thing that I find very attractive in men and women is when they've got something to say, they've got something to talk about, they can carry a conversation, they're doing ish with their lives. All of that is very attractive. And finally, really, being sexy isn't really what you do on the outside or how everyone else perceives you, it's how you perceive yourself. If you think that you are sexy, guess what? You are. And if you don't, then work on it. Spend some time with yourself, get to know yourself, and learn that you are. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I just felt like I just wanted to have a little bit of a chat on the topic of being sexy, because I know it's hard. Especially when you feel like you just don't have no sex appeal if you are not, you know, doing what looks very sexy. But no, you have to kind of take a step back and be like, you know what? This isn't the only way to be sexy. There's so many other things that I can do that make me sexy, make me feel sexy. And that's really what matters. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my video, and in the meantime, I will see you later. Bye.